all from Spain.
Exactly, and my GoTV just crashed, so I'm jumping back in. But it is going to be a best of 3 technically, but Playing Ducks is actually up 1 because Hybrid is coming from the lower bracket. These teams actually faced off not too long ago and played a very, very close match in a 14-16 on cash. So I think that was one of the deciding matches to put, obviously, Ducks in the upper bracket finals, and then Hybrid,
that was the upper bracket finals.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then Hybrid won the lower bracket final. But it looks like we're starting off things quickly as the Playing Ducks kind of just wiping out the terrorist. But Driftking gets some picks onto Colognes, and Gummy gets one of his own with a headshot with that Glock as they do rush into that B-bomb site. Both counter-terrorists are there now. Gonna try to hold out that site. And are you back in, Sprawll?
I am back in. So yeah, I missed a little bit of that pistol, but we can see now that Gummy and Drift King are going to be rotating back over. Crazy does smell what's going on, though. He got dinked on the way. He's going to get dropped. So we are down to the one and only Kevzin. He's going to be rotating through Banana. Really does have his work cut out for him. He does have a kit, so that's obviously a positive, but no armor on him. So it's going to be a little difficult at this point. He does have that Incinerary. He's going to drop that into Pit, so Gummy might be forced to peek here. Flashbang goes out. They fire a couple shots at him, and Kev is going to go down. So that's a first round for Hybrid Club here.
Yep, and well played. I like the way that they rotated. It's unfortunate that I forgot whoever the first guy they ran into got a dink right away, and he was kind of useless.
Yeah, I think that was Crazy. I'm pretty sure that was Crazy. But yeah, it smelled the rotate.
Yep, definitely, and just an all-round well played round by Hybrid Club.
Yeah, picking up that first round on T is always important if you want to have a solid T half on Inferno. Kirby is going to get lit up and taken down quickly, so that's going to be the first frag of this round. Drift King is going to be the front runner, peeking towards B. They haven't fully committed to the site, but I do imagine with that one pick, they're thinking about heading on in here, and Drift King's doing exactly that, walking up. They already took one player down to 50. He does get that frag, so picking him off. Crazy, though, does get one frag before getting taken down himself. And we have Dragunov, Yurko left on the field. Yurko's going to go down, though, so this is looking like a solid eco round so far from Playing Ducks.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I was just checking on the stream. I believe we're still in pregame. I'm not sure if Maddie forgot or whatnot, but anyways, Maddie, once again, thank you for helping out. And eco, yeah, not necessarily going too bad for Playing Ducks so far, but the terrorists are going to take that A-bomb site. Callus with his UMP and the rest with guns themselves. Collins does have that Galil. And sorry about that. I just got messaged. Gummy, though, opening things up onto Whoopi. Left with the Galil is Colognes, and he gets taken out by Dragunov. Round 2 goes to Hybrid Club, and it's a pretty good eco, though, for Playing Ducks.
Yeah, not bad. They got those 2 frags, and probably wanted a little bit more there, but unfortunately they were not able to get any frags trying to retake that site. So 2-0. 2-0. I don't know why I always say that. I start 0 and then I want to say nil, and then I'd make it zil. I'm just going to create my own word, and it's going to mean 0. So anyhow, 2-0.
Zilch.
Zilch? That works. Yeah, I'll just finish it off like that. That works. That works. I like it. We actually see a banana stack here from the counter-terrorists, and Kevzin actually does get a headshot, so good job on his part. And he's actually going to move up, grabs a Galil, so he could get a little bit more done here, and Callus is going to be waiting that aim punch, though. He did have his crosshair in the right position, but as we speak, we do see that the T's have figured out it was a B stack, and they are taking the A site at the moment. Dragunov is actually going to be playing this arch side position. Nope, he's going to be rotating to top of mid. Does get the 1 frag. Can he get another here? He's going to get pushed by the 2 remaining counter-terrorists, but no.
Wow.
He's going to take him out. Very nice play by Dragunov. It really was. All right, so first gun round for the counter-terrorists here. So Playing Ducks are going to be fully equipped. We can see what's Collins going to go for. I'm curious. Yeah, he's going to be the AWP on the field. And I imagine he's going to be playing from arch side. does seem to be the case.
Yeah, as we are going to see a full buy finally from the Terrace. I'm sure you just break me that, but quickly rushing up is Yurko with that AK-47, going to go through the fire, taking down a lot of his health already. Kirby, though, open things up onto Yurko. God, this auto director is not working very well. Drift King gets picked up by Kirby. Well, that's 2 for him this round. Gummy, though, trading off onto Collins with a headshot from that AK-47 as the Terrorists kind of rethinking their situation. Bomb has been picked up by Dragunov in the... As they do push up, flashes are out. Dragunov does spot one. Down goes Crazy. And it's instantly down to a 3v3 situation. Even things up, never mind. Whoopi does pick off Gummy in the headshot with that M4, making it 2v3 as Dragunov wraps around. Inch into the A-bomb side. They got to try to get this bomb down. He does pick off Whoopi with a nice shot. 2 left. Kirby's pushing up, though. And he's able to get 1. Can he get the second? No, Dragunov gets the trade, and it's all into this 1v1. Kevzin walking up here, walking up Speedway. He does spawn him with the side of the screen. No! And Dragunov picks him off, and 4 rounds to Hybrid Club. So not the watch that a lot of people thought it was going to be.
No doubt about it. And Dragunov 8-0-1 at this point. So obviously a lot of those are anti-eco frags, but at this point he really is doing work on his team. Anti-ecos on Inferno as well aren't your standard anti-ecos. There is a lot of places where those CZ75s are very effective. So getting out alive, like we saw, there was a little bit of troubles on those anti-ecos, but controlling it nicely was Hybrid, and they take that first gun round. So good momentum for them so far, and they're actually going to pick up 2 frags very early on. So that's Crazy and Collins going down. Kevzin's going to be dropped fairly low already in Banana, and Kirby does end up trading, getting that headshot with his deagle. He's going to pick up that rifle, and I imagine he's going to attempt to save it at this point, but the problem is the bomb hasn't even been planted, and yeah, he's going to get dropped before they even need to really, I don't know, expend too much time looking for him. So that's another round for Hybrid. 5-0 is your scoreline.
Very solid start for Hybrid Club, especially on the terrorist side, when a lot of people would say this map is counter-terrorist, at least maybe in MM, I don't know. But it really depends about the team. If the team's a very aggressive team and knows how to work together and throw smokes and run strats, you can be a T-sided map for all that, for all that knows. But opening things up with some nades is the terrorists rushing up the mid area. Gummy going into the apartments through balcony. Just kind of a split default, as you may. But getting spotted first is Drift King, getting dinked down to 10 HP. Gonna return a nading, take down Kirby to 62 HP. Gumby gets picked off by Colognes with a quick shot with that AWP. As the terrorists are slowly working their way up, not really reacting to that kind of kill, and Drift King down to just 10 HP right now, as they do seem to be executing out of that A-bomb site. As Colognes gets another one with that up. He's on fire right now. Especially on fire is Kalas, who was just literally on fire. As Crazy finds a pick on, and that's just wrapping it up from the counter-terrorists. Kalas all up with that AK-47. Oh, that lineup, could you imagine? But Playing Ducks finally on the board.
Yeah, that was an important round for them, and if that was an important round, this one is equally as important because they do not want to just win one and drop the one right after. Obviously, that is not good for your economy at all, and I imagine we would see a save round at that point. But let's see what Hybrid Club is going to play in this round. Looks like Kalas is going to be throwing that Molotov, running through the smoke, so bit of an aggressive play up Banana. He does have Dragunov with him, and Molotov goes down onto sandbags, and that's going to be a big deal because there was a player there, and Kevzin, though, does get that frag. Gummy goes down, so looking like a good round for Playing Ducks so far. Like I said, very important round for them. And we do see a number of terrorists, the rest actually, on the field, bunching up towards the top of Banana, and they are going to be pushing into sight here. Yurko's going to be the front runner, does get that frag, and Kirby's going to trade, though. He's at Spindles, does get 2 before getting taken down, so Yurko in a 1v3 at this point. He's going to flash his way through that smoke, but they just spam right through and take him down at that point.
It's pretty interesting how he just kind of spammed him right through the smoke. I don't know if
That was yeah. I don't.
Like, it was perfect, dead on.
It was.
I mean, I'm not
it was
saying
pretty good.
anything,
It was pretty
but
good.
probably was.
They could
I
have
don't
heard the
know,
footsteps or something. He was walking
Yeah.
in that direction or something like that. I
Oh no, the
imagine
flash.
was
He
the case.
threw the flash right out, so he probably just sprayed where he saw the flash.
I honestly think that flash popped after he died, though. It literally was like right after he died.
No,
But-
I know, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Gobi gets
Exactly.
picked off by Crazy, opening things up for the counter terrorist as the terrorists try to work their way up in this eco round. Dragunov's going to push up from alt. But he's getting collapsed on as Colognes picks him off with that M4 in the head. Drift King trying to do something with that Deagle, not able to make anything happen as Colognes gets a second one for the round. Kylos needed down to 69 HPs. It's all up to him. He does pick off Whoopi. And he's gonna try to save this gun, but I don't think that's gonna happen. As he does spot one, but picking him off his clones, and that's 3 for him in this round. He is just going crazy.
Yeah, and coming back in this half right now is Playing Ducks. Like we were saying earlier, they do really need to... Excuse me, sorry about that. They really do need to get a few rounds on the board. This is more or less a counter-terrorist-sided map, being Inferno, especially when you have the teamwork and Playing Ducks being a fairly solid team. Hybrid Club obviously being a solid team as well. We would expect that they have some nice setups, and they do so far. They're up 3 rounds to 5 at this point. So Hybrid looking good on their T side though, and we're seeing the T side just play some picks at this point. Drift King is going to be the front runner up in Banana. Colin's going to be the only one there, and actually that nade does significant damage to Gummy, but unfortunately the frag goes to the terrorists. And look at this map rotate. We got 3 counter terrorists running through Speedway right now. They're going to be running back to B. And slowly but surely, Yurko is coming into sight with Drift King. 3 players, though, in construction, and the bomb is A. So they have played this fake beautifully in Hybrid Club. And not a chance in the world does Playing Ducks have at this point, anyhow, because they still think the bomb is B. They still think the bomb is B. Crazy is working to push into sight. Kirby.
Wow.
Yeah, and wow, Drift King with that shot.
No, I just meant the fact that they completely faked him out. Because now he's going to think, oh, the bomb's here,
He's
right?
like, wait, what?
No.
That awkward moment when it's not even that sight. So we are going to see Kirby saving that AWP, which is good for him. But again, they've got to be a little bit demoralized that they're breaching the wrong site. And that being said, who knows? Maybe they knew and they just wanted to take out the rest of the players in B, grab some more guns and just save at that point. Just kind of clear that area. But I more think that it was that they just got extremely faked. Good job by Hybrid. Some nice strategies. Getting thrown down 6 rounds this early in a half on T side really is a big deal. So again, we talked about it earlier. Playing Ducks are up 1 in this best of 3 already. So Hybrid do need to take this map if they want to put it to an even 1-1 scoreline. You see Yurko pushing through that smoke once again. He's going to be heading up Banana at this point. Colin's playing this aggressive angle at top mid, and actually Kev gets a frag. Drift King's going to return though. And Kev's still at sandbags. That flashbang goes down. Does flash one of the players. Gummy's going to continue to spray, but they're going to have to fall back. So Kev does make it out of that position.
As the terrorists do work their way up back to A, up mid as they're walking. Kalos sitting in alternate mid as Drift King throws a smoke. And it looks like they're going to try to either fake or something. But Drift King smells the flank happening and picks off Kevs with that AK-47 as they do go to enter A. As they're stuck here up the top of middle right now. All 4 terrorists trying to make something happen as they're just kind of holding for picks and going to work it slowly as they do finally start to commit. Whoopi from Pit does spot one. He is able to pick off Dragunov, Molly under his feet, and Whoopi Collins gets taken out. Gummy with 1 incredible shot and 1 pick off on a Collins. It's all up to Crazy here as he does rush out fast. Down goes Gummy. Still 2 left for the terrorists, and it's all up to Crazy in this 1v2. Is he gonna? Oh, throwing the nade not at the right time and throwing it at himself. He does know where one of them is, but not quite all. Ooh, I think terrorists are peeking a little bit too much, and I think Crazy's going to decide to save. Yep. So another round to Hybrid Club on T-side Inferno.
Yeah, I feel bad for playing Ducks on that round, purely because their nades just weren't on. You can see Crazy kind of nading himself there. There was actually another player, Collins, and he was playing from Arch, and he fell back through the arches there, and he tried to flashbang in, and it actually hit that light that's in the middle there that looks like it's almost impossible to hit with a flash. Yeah, it hit that and bounced backwards. So that could have stopped that whole rush through Arch side. And unfortunately, well, not necessarily rush. I believe there's only 1 or 2 players coming up that side. But I digress. We are going to jump into this next round. 3-7 is your score line. We do have a force buy from playing Ducks at this point. They really do need to get more rounds in this half. Have that AWP on Crazy. He's playing backhauls at this point, and he actually does get the pick. So good crosshair placement and execution by him. And ooh, it slightly misses Yurko coming out of Boiler and does get lit up. He's down to 5 HP, but he gets the frag. Great shot by him, and Collins is going to pick up one of his own. So only 2 players left on the T side at this point. It's Gummy and Drift King. Drift King's going to push up into apps from Boiler. Does get that pick onto Collins. So they're going to recover the bomb here.
That's the, yep, they do get a hold of the bomb. They're just kind of still working up apartments. Drift King all alone is, oh, wait a minute. I think they are going to decide to go back as Gummy's just kind of sitting in mid holding, waiting for any kind of flank or so. But it is Kevson on the flank onto Gummy, and down goes Drift King from a pick from the side from Kirby. And playing Ducks finally getting back on the board. 4-7 is your score, and I really think they need to win out if they want to have a chance at this, because Hybrid just looks really solid right now.
They really do, and if they continue that momentum onto CT side and shut playing Ducks down on pistol, it really is going to be a hard map for them to lose at this point.
It seems like personally that Hybrid is kind of getting outshot. So anytime it comes down to like 1v1s and so, playing Ducks is really getting the better hand. But
already a headshot by Drift King. That was a big deal. Kev's going to take him down though, and Dragunov gets a pick. So this is an eco from Hybrid. But at this point, they're pushing up a little bit more aggressive into Banana. Gummy picks up that M4A4. And I imagine he'll probably drop it to a teammate. Only 4 HP left on him. And that's not going to be the case. He's going to keep that for himself. And we are down to a 3v3 at this point. They are rotating back to top mid, being Hybrid. And they are peeking out as we speak. Callus is going to be the front runner here. He's checking towards porch side. It looks like they're going to take the arch side. Going to wrap around, but they're going to meet clones here, and he does get that frag, so can he get another one? Flashbang out. And one player goes back top mid. The other one did sneak away through arch side, so Dragunov just trying to get sneaky at this point. Does fall back into the arch side, though, and the bomb is coming around truck side. Are they going to be able to make this happen? 20 seconds left on the clock. Callus does go down, so that was a big deal. Dragunov is going to be the only one left, and he actually gets that frag, so he's going to be able to get the bomb plant at this point. Collins is trying to spam him, but it's not going to be the case. He does see him stand up after planting the bomb, gets that pick, and that's going to be the round for playing Ducks. Good eco, though, for Hybrid. That was the complete eco round. 3 frags and a bomb plant.
That's weird for me right now. It says the score is 0-0.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's
So,
bizarre.
it's a new
Go
game,
TV
guys.
for the win. Yeah.
Yep. No,
New
we restarted it. Wipe the score. But 5-7, not the best round for, or not the best half for playing Ducks. Hybrid Club looking very strong right now, and they're looking to take this to the second map because playing Ducks, as you know, Sprawll, has the 1 map advantage. I believe we talked about it earlier. So playing Ducks wins this, they're the IM champions. If Hybrid does, Hybrid has another shot to claim that belt. But Cologne's opening thing up on to Dragunov with that AWP. So we're kind of just going to see the terrorists work some more. 2 guys up towards Banana and Bomb and... Oh, but he's already up. Sorry, I didn't realize that. Callus does pick off Crazy out of position. As they are kind of executing onto the T or the A bomb site. Kyle is still in that archway. He does spot another one. Down goes Whoopi, and it's all in this 3v4 now. Advantage goes to the terrorist. It's crazy, sneakily getting, that's not a word, but does sneak his way into library. But Kevzin returning on to Yurko with a headshot. This Callus is about to pull the ultimate flanker. No, he's going back.
Oh my god. I can't believe that happened.
Wow. But Colo's getting it straight out of the gubby. It's 2-2. And the numbers game, but never mind. Drift King puts it into their advantage as it is 1v2 off to Kevzin here in the B bomb site as he's going to push through Banana and try to go from rotate towards mid. Drift King going to plant that bomb. And it's looking like it's going to be a hybrid club game. Oh, nice flash there, Drift. Oh, Kevzin does spot the head of a guy in graveyard. He knows where both of them are. He could pull this off. He does get one, but not able to get the other. And the round goes to Hybrid Club, and that is not good for playing Ducks.
No, not at all. And Hybrid Club doing work there, and very nice play at the very end, just making sure they both peaked at the exact same time, not giving any opportunity for Kev to get that frag. So 5-8 is your score line. We are approaching the end of the half. Only 2 rounds left here. And an eco for playing Ducks. Wow, Kirby does get that 1 dig though on Banana onto Yurko. So starting that off in style is playing Ducks. Could they get the eco? If they win on this eco round, that momentum could be enough to, if they win the next round, win pistol, they could be coming back in this map. We see Gummy pushing top mid. Callus is going to be looking arch side. They're going to get that frag onto Kirby. Whoopi is still here, though. Are they going to check this corner? I imagine they will. This is such a common place to be hiding, especially on an eco, but looks like Hybrid is actually switching back around. They're going back towards B.
Oh, sorry. Yes, they are. Looks like they're gonna force some sort of rotate. It's all on one counter terrorist, but Gummy trying to throw a fake, and looks like it's gonna work. No, never mind the counter terrorist. I can't see who that is. Kevzin is still in the sight. What a beautiful flash, but Callus makes it so it did nothing. Whoopi with that deagle, though. They'll just pick off Callus. And Dragunov returns onto him with this Galil. So it's all up to Collins, or however you pronounce this guy's name, with that Galil to walk through the smoke. Not yet spotted. He does, I believe he does see one, but in the corner of the screen he does. They take a shot, but not yet connect. He's not quite sure where the other guy is right now, as he's just waiting for some kind of peek, and they both peek at the same time, and he drops the gun for some reason.
Picks up the AK once those one taps. No.
Yeah, but that was a pretty bad time to pick up a gun, as they just both... It was really well played, the fact that they both peeked at the same time.
Yeah, that's something we've been seeing from Hybrid, really working that communication, peaking at the same time, and that's something in maybe the lower levels that we see the miscommunication. One player will peak and it'll go down to that 1v1, but Hybrid not letting that happen. And it was a decent eco round for playing Ducks, getting it down to that 1v2, but at this point they need to win those rounds, even though it is an eco. They are
for all we know, playing Ducks is an amazing T-side team, but Drift King bringing that advantage even more into their favor, as he's going to try to lock it down 10-5 half. He does just get 2 picks running into the bomb site now. The terrorists do have control, smoking off that counter, or smoking off CT spawn, trying to cut down the vision of count for playing Ducks to see if they can try to do a retake.
Yeah, and they are going to be pushing in here. Crazy, no armor on him. Does have that AWP. 2 players from Banana, so they're going to be pinching into this site, but having 5 players still alive at this point is really good for Hybrid, and they get those 2 frags. It is down to Whoopi in this 1v5, and they know that he's there. They're spamming him, and he's going to get 1 frag. Can he get any more? Unfortunately not. So that's going to be the half, guys. 10-5. Hybrid Club looking really good on their T side. And like you were saying, playing Ducks, who knows? Maybe they have some really sick strats on their T side. But at this point, you are down on the lesser side of the map now. So they do need to pick up pistol. Obviously, every caster says that when the second half starts. the team who's down, they really do need to pick up the momentum. I just stuttered the hell out of that word. Felt pretty weird, I'm not gonna lie. We're jumping into this next half here. All right. I think you said something about the intro, Maddie. I'm just going to go for it. And so far, we're going to see an alt-mid push by the terrorists. And Gummy's going to be meeting them inside of bedroom. And he's going to get the beautiful flank here. And can he get any frags? He does get one, gets a double. So that's a huge deal, getting two really quick there. Kirby is going to push out. And he's going to go down as well. So far, great round for Hybrid. That was a beautiful pickoff by Gummy, but Crazy is in sight here, and he's going to try and take down Dragunov. He doesn't get that frag. Crazy didn't even know he was, or rather, Dragunov is going to get that frag. Crazy had the jump on him. And that's going to be the round for Hybrid, looking really good in that pistol round. And that play from Bedroom was just huge for Hybrid at that point. And I actually thought that he might pick up a couple more, because I think there was a total of 3 going through back halls. But the CZ can get a little out of control. And we're going to see second round here for Tech-9s for playing Ducks. I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen this kind of eco round ever. What team does a 4 Tech-9 eco round? I have no idea, but they're just spamming their hearts out, and that's exactly what this gun is good for. Kirby is pushed up inside of back halls here, heading down to Boiler. And the rest of the T's are going to be following suit there at top mid. Collins is only one working Banana. He's actually heading back as well, though. Flashbang goes in for Dragunov, and he's going to get a frag there. Whoopi's going to try and trade with his Tech-9, but not going to be the case, and that's going to be a triple for Callus. And Dragunov with that beautiful P2K headshot to end things off on Kirby. So 12-5 is your scoreline.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're back in the client?
Not quite yet. I'm connecting now, but my computer's not very good, so it takes me a while.
No problem, no problem. We are in the third round of this half. We do see still an eco from playing Ducks. We got 2 flashbangs on Crazy. 2 Tech-9 still in the field, and that's going to be an early kill for Hybrid. Going to pick them off, and trying to trade are the terrorists, but Kirby's going to be the last one alive at this point. He's spraying with that Tech-9. But he's not going to be able to get that. 1 frag for playing Ducks in that round. And honestly, I'm a little confused with the Tech-9 play.
I think maybe they've just given up and they don't care anymore because they know they got a second map.
That definitely could be the case. What I'm worried about is that Hybrid gets so confident in this map, though, that going into the next one, the momentum really does just stay with them. But playing Ducks being an experienced team, sure they'll have a couple tricks up their sleeve to break that momentum. We're going to see a buy from the terrorists here. So AK-47s across the board, but already Yurko's going to drop 2. And Drift King's going to get one of his own, gets a double, and Whoopi is the last one on the field. 25 HP, and that's going to be put to an end by Hybrid. So 14-5 is the scoreline.
Hybrid Club showing a different... Do you know if that map that was 16-14, was that on Inferno?
No, it was on Cash.
Okay.
So a little bit more
yeah, so I'm
even
actually not quite sure how what map the next one will be.
I'm honestly, I have no idea. When I looked at HLTV, it just said Inferno, so I didn't get a glimpse of the second map.
Wait, HLTV? Oh, I'm sorry. Anyways, or no, he didn't get that kill. I'm sorry. I thought Kirby was killed, but he's got 1 HP.
Jesus,
holding on, staying strong. This Cohen is gonna work his way up. Banana, just kind of running in blindly with a deagle. I really think they've just given up on this map because he's just blindly running in there and gets taken down to 33 health points. As the terrorists are gonna work it slowly into apartments and all. As Gummy sitting there with that op, does peek out and gets the pick onto Crazy, making it a 4v5. As he does pop out of that apartments, kind of just giving up vision on this terrorist, all just hanging out in apartments, and he's just gonna run out and gets picked off by Dragonoff. I don't even know. I'm kind of just confused of what the terrorists are doing right now.
Yeah, they sent out the player with 1 HP first. That was a little interesting. Kevzin does get a frag onto Gummy here. Whoopi is pushed out of balcony, and can he get a frag? Unfortunately not. That's going to be 2 more frags for the counter-terrorists, and that's going to be the end of the round at this point, and that's the final kill was a Tech 9 kill, so using some of the plays from Playing Duck's book here, taking those Tech 9s and throwing them back at him.
Tech 9?
Tech 9? No big deal. We're going to see a buy from Playing Ducks, but pretty much only nades on 2 players at this point. Collins and Kirby have some smoke grenades and such. Yeah, that's a little rough for Kirby, having no armor.
Glasskin. That's crazy, though. It does open things up for the terrorists, getting a pick on a Drift King. More action. I think he just attacked his teammate. But Gummy's sitting here with his teammate Yurko, gonna try to hold off the B bomb site as smoke splashes and mollies do come out, and the terrorists look to initiate onto the B bomb site.
And we're gonna have Gummy and Yurko playing B site. And as we speak, though, Kevzin pushing out balcony, or at least peeking out, trying to see if maybe he can get a rotating player as they're making noise in Banana. But Hybrid does not buy this. Flashbang goes in, and that's going to be right in the face of Kevzin. And that nade there, whoo! Callus knows he's around and takes him down to 23 HP. And we get some picks going down at top mid. Dragonoff gets that kill. And they're going to try and get Kevzin down here. I don't know how he's still alive at this point. They're going to be pushing up truck side, though. Dragonoff is on site. Collins gets that frag on Callus, so Dragonoff is going to be the only one here at this point, and they do take that site, so Yurko and his counterpart Gummy are lurking up from Moto, getting 2 frags, and it's down to Whoopi. I believe the plant is it planted safe? It is planted safe, so Gummy's actually just going to straight go for it. Does get off the bomb to try and trade at this point, and Gummy's going to get that frag, so it's going to be 16-5 at the end of this map, and it's 1-1 in this best of 3 now, guys.